Alright, y'all, welcome back to another video. In this one, I'm going to be doing a One Piece arc tier list for, that's what it is. I don't know why I was saying that. But yeah, this is a One Piece arc tier list. Alabasta, I think it's great. I think it has, I think when it comes to, the canon shit, when they're going to try to stop, I think it's a bomb, whatever it was. I think it kind of dragged out a little bit. I don't remember what other flaws I've had with it. But yeah, it's mainly that part specifically. I feel like it dragged a little bit. Definitely had a lot of funny moments, like Luffy making fun of Zoro for falling and busting his ass and shit like that. Yeah, very funny arc, very fun arc. Had a lot of build up heading into Crocodile. Crocodile was a very serious threat. You could argue it. Now that I'm saying that, you could argue for it to be peak. My main thing is the part where it drags out. That's kind of what's holding me back from it. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, I feel like if you read the manga, you're probably putting it here. You know, I watched it in the anime. You know what I'm saying? But definitely felt like it dragged there. Drum Island's a good arc. I don't think it had nothing crazy. It introduced us a chopper. We had Luffy climbing the mountain. That moment for Luffy, to show Luffy's loyalty to his crew, phenomenal. But it was not too serious there, nothing like that. Jaya, I think it's good. I think Luffy not fighting back to kind of like how Shanks did in the restaurant was amazing, but him punching Bellamy at the time was just so goddamn satisfying. I think Longland's alright. You know what I'm saying? I think it's alright. You know what I'm saying? I think it's alright. I don't think it's as bad as people say, especially when you look at the fact that Aokiji pulled up at the end of the arc. You know what I'm saying? Water 7 and Enies Lobby are peak. They're like the same thing, but peak. It's phenomenal, bro. It's phenomenal. The build up, Robin's on one little moment, him shooting down the flag, us seeing them. Water 7 itself was cool ass concept. It definitely helps. I mean, a lot of places help with the world building in One Piece, but this definitely did. Finding out, like the tsunami coming, how the island floods and they have to keep building on top of it. The animals and shit was cool. Everything to do with the Mary, the Usopp fight. So again, both these peak. You know, both these peak. Both these are phenomenal, man. Thriller, I think this goes in. This is tough. It's better in the latter half. You could say it's funny. Well, it definitely is. I don't think it. Some people drag about how funny it is. I feel like you could. I feel like with Nami, Chopper, and Usopp, they kind of got a little annoying here. Love all three, especially Nami. I love Nami to death, but I love Chopper and Usopp as well, obviously, right? But I feel like they got a little annoying this arc. But yeah, it definitely has its funny moments. Matter of fact, I'm moving up to good because it has its funny moments for sure. Again, I think how funny the actual arc is gets overblown, right? Because speaking of funny, any zombie in Water 7 had peak humor, by the way. That's the thing with these. They had peak humor and had a lot of action in it. That was just amazing, right? Like Luffy getting stuck in between two buildings, Soro getting stuck in the chimney. That shit was fucking hilarious. You look at Zoro getting fucking lost was hilarious. We fall. That big Zoro, you see what I'm saying? Peak humor, peak fucking peak action. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Thriller Bark, you look at Kuma pulling up, you had Zoro's iconic moment. Brooks' backstory was technically there. It's a good arc. You know what I'm saying? Thinking about how Brooke, I think it's a little rough when they land on there. Again, there's funny moments, but how funny it is actually dragging, in my opinion. Honestly, Water 7 and Enies Lobby were probably funnier. You know what I'm saying? I feel like Thunderbird also has a disadvantage of you coming off of Enies Lobby. You know what I'm saying? So, Sabaody, probably my favorite arc of the series. Sabaody was fucking phenomenal. We get introduced to the fucking the worst generation, right? Luffy punching the Celestial Dragon was peak. Um, this is where the crew gets split up, where we get Luffy crying on the ground, getting us all emotional. It was fucking phenomenal, bro. That shit hurt. That shit definitely hurt, bro. See the crew get split up, and again, it has something as satisfying as Luffy punching the Celestial Dragon. St. Charles, I think is his name. And then again, the worst generation introduction was fired. Law and Kid, yeah, you know what I'm saying. Thought Kid was gonna be tough at one point. Apparently not. You know, Law was tough though. Law is tough. I mean, it's not on the side. This is just an introduction arc. Matter of fact, I can tell myself it's good, but I'm gonna say it's alright. Amazon Lily's great. Amazon Lily's borderline peak. Mainly a funny arc, but we get introduced to Boa, who's an extremely well written character. Uh, yeah, but I don't think it has like it probably has it's probably missing like stuff these have. You know what I'm saying? Like like you could argue these are like peak, you know, but like Amazon Lily, I don't think it has like that satisfying moment or that emotional moment that happened in Sabaody. You know, it's missing that. You know what I'm saying? It's missing like the action he's had. I feel like Duffy has a humor. Duffy had a great antagonist. Well, Boa was kind of an antagonist. Again, Boa was a great character, but again, I think it was great. I think this was also just a great arc. I don't know if I put it in peak, but from what I remember in Impel. Now for my rewatch, I am at the arc. So when I rewatch, maybe I come back and I move these up. You know what I'm saying? I'll leave that in the comments. You know what I'm saying? After I rewatch these, but these two were great arcs from what I remember. I don't remember every little thing about them, but I do remember them. They were great. Luffy I think he barely missed it, but Blackbeard pull up his fight with Magellan. A lot of funny moments with him and like Buggy and shit. Mr. 3, I think he had some funny moments with him. So yeah, Marineford is obviously that's tough. That's tough. I love Marineford, but not Marineford peak. What am I talking about? Post war arc. We see Luffy's breakdown. We see, I believe, essentially Luffy's backstory. I do think it's a great arc. This is alright. You know what I'm saying? Fishman Island, probably the only one that's gonna go here. Shit was trash. I don't know how it was in the manga. You know what I'm saying? Maybe one of these days I gotta read the manga. You know what I'm saying? So, because I feel like if I was to read the manga, a lot of these might dead ass bump up. Right? Like Alabasta might bump up. Fishman Island might not be trash to me no more. You know, shit like that. It's probably like that for people for Dressrosa too. But my thing is, Sanji's nosebleeds was annoying as fuck. Cordy Jones couldn't take him seriously. It was just overall boring. It was just a boring ass arc. I can't even say. I don't even know if there was any funny moments here. You know what I'm saying? Sanji's nosebleeds was ass. It felt dragged. The only thing you could really sit here and say that was important was some of the flashback that Jinbei was talking about, right? And like the girl that they had at the ship, I believe is in the Revolutionary Army. It's probably the only shit you can really talk about. That's like really that I really even care about to begin with. You know what I'm saying? Like Fishman Island was just trash to me. Punkcaster was good. Punkcaster was good. You know, this is where Law gets introduced. It's a very funny arc. Caesar was never meant to be taken seriously, but it's just a more of like a funny, fun arc. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, how people talk about Thrill Bark, Punk Hazard's probably better described. I'm not even gonna hold y'all, bro. Not even gonna hold y'all. Except Law comes and they form an alliance and they get us hyped up. And just I don't know if Doflamingo pulling up is at the end or the start of this, but yeah. I mean Virgo was definitely bothersome. You know what I'm saying, for a minute until Law got his heart back, but yeah. But like when Dofi sitting on like Smoker's head, is that part of this arc or is that part of Dressrosa? Is that like the end of this arc or the start of this? I don't know. You know what I'm saying? It happened at Punk Hazard, so. But yeah, Dressrosa, I actually think it's peak. I know I viewed it in the anime technically, but I also started skipping the Rebecca flashbacks. Like it wasn't like after like a couple too. It wasn't just like what I'm saying. I don't know how much people was actually doing that, but I started skipping through them not long after. Like after like second, third time viewing probably, and I barely noticed. Like I started to barely notice them, right? Because I could see honestly for a lot of people probably like if they was watching that episode or they actually watched the flashbacks, they should probably be down here. But for me, it was peak. The disguises was funny as shit. Uh, Sabo got introduced, Fujitora, Law and Doflamingo, them battling it out. Uh, Law and Luffy jumping Dofi, and Luffy eventually going Gear 4 was phenomenal. Uh, Frankie's fight, I forget about that. What's it called? Sanji versus Sanji getting punked by Dofi. Dofi was just overall menacing in general. Uh, yeah, this shit was peak though. Again, if it's, I can understand you bumming it down if you actually had to suffer through the Rebecca flashbacks. But even if you read the manga, you're also, I think most people more than not is putting this shit in peak. This is one of my favorite arcs. I personally, I don't know if I'm putting it over Marineford right now. It's a debate. I have to think about it. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, Zoe is a really good arc. I just love the world building that this arc. Zunisha, using her trunk and making it rain onto the Minx Island or whatever. It's fire as fuck. You know what I'm saying? On the Zoe technically. But yeah, that entire concept is fire as fuck. That's how they get their food. Uh, that's how they get drinking water. That concept to me is just fire. That's technically how this probably like their plant shit are staying alive. It was an information. It was more of an information arc than anything. We learned that Momonosuke has the voice of all things here too. Obviously, Luffy does. Yeah. Whole Cake Island is peak as fuck. Whole Cake Island is peak. Whole Cake Island is peak for sure. Uh, yeah, Whole Cake Island was just emotionless. I will say, what kind of ruined it for me was the fact that I I knew, like I go lie, this was like the one arc I was spoiled for, other than Ace's death. I think this is one arc I was spoiled for. So, yeah, this was like Sanji's little cigarette moment where he kind of liked the cigarette. But yeah, Orange Town, it's a good arc. There's a dog's backstory. Luffy versus Buggy was decent. Um, yeah, I think it's pretty good. Reverie, this is tough because do we talk about the stuff like that happened? Like, yeah, like do we count the shit that happened that we seen like after Wano, where we seen that bow was get like do we count the Blackbeard pulling up as a reverie? You know what I'm saying? Because this is the effects of the reverie. So, but do we talk about that? You know what I'm saying? Like, is that included? You know what I'm saying? Or is it just a violation of the warlords where then I'd be like it's good. But if we're saying like Blackbeard attacking Boa, Weevil getting captured, Mihawk joins Cross Guild because of the warlord system being abolished. The shit's phenomenal. It's absolutely peak. You know what I'm saying? Technically, Garb was captured, and then I'd say that's his own thing. But a lot of people might consider that. I forgot. Ain't it Egghead, right? Like, right? Like, I forgot when everything happened. That's my thing. You know what I'm saying? I forgot when everything happened. I think that happened like right after. Oh, the Revolutionary Army attacking too. Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like if we're including all that as a reverie, I think this is peak. You know what I'm saying. Syrup Village, I think it's good. No, it's alright. Wano, I think it's a great arc. I won't say it's fun. I won't say it's peak. Honestly, matter of fact, I ain't gonna lie. I'm out of this zone. When it comes to Wano, this definitely got its flaws. Looking back at it, obviously there's Gear 5. I love Luffy chaining. I feel like a lot of the Straw Hats ate, not every one of them, but like Chuck, like Brook and Usopp probably didn't eat, but I feel like every other Straw Hat ate. Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Jinbei, Chopper, who Luffy, Zoro, Sanji, Chopper, Jinbei, Robin, Nami, Frank. Did I say Frank? Either way, I think virtually every Straw Hat was eaten at least somewhat in this arc. It had a lot of build up, going to fight Kaido. Again, it's got its flaws though. Like, Big Mom's crew sitting at the bottom of the waterfall the entire time. Uh, yeah, yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like there's so stuff like that. You could say maybe maybe parts prior to like the rooftop was boring. I don't remember every little fucking detail. I go lie. I mainly remember the good stuff, which kind of making me want to put it here. I'm not gonna hold you. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, but I, I'm not. I know I wasn't having like a crazy fun time the entire arc. That's why I'm not putting it there. But like Kid Law versus Big Mom, I don't even think I said that. Baratier is a great. I love Baratier, bro. Baratier was such a so fire to me. And it's not as good as one. Like Wano is extremely high grade tier. You know what I'm saying? Wano was like the top of this tier. Like Wano's borderline peak. Man, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But like I love Baratier. I thought it was a fire introduction. Had its funny moments. Again, fire introduction design. The only thing you could really complain about is Don Creek not being that serious, which he wasn't. But yeah, Arlong Park, phenomenal, peak, one of the best arcs of the series. The walk, Nami stabbing herself, and then Luffy putting the straw hat. The all that build up to Arlong. Obviously Nami's backstory. This arc was just phenomenal, bro. It's fucking peak arc, bro. It was like this. This one of the best arcs still to this day, like in this series, bro. Uh, Log Time, it's good. Reverse Mountain. I believe this is where they met my boy. You know what I'm saying? Whiskey Peak. This is where Zoro take. It's alright. I like the Luffy question Zoro shit. Uh, the numbers with honestly we can't really don't take too much of them seriously. Post Setting Zombie, I'm not ranking because it's just fucking water setting zombie. Skypea, I think it's good. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good. Low Garden, I think it's good as well. You know what I'm saying? I think those arcs are just good. Skypea, uh, once Luffy first got, once he first fought Enel, and Enel put the gold ball on his hand, for me it felt like it dragged when I first watched it. Anyways, definitely felt like the pacing. They felt like Luffy was stuck in the crocodile for a long ass time. If I'm being honest with y'all, if I'm just being, but as it's funny moments, I love Chopper here. Matter of fact, I'm gonna move this. Yeah, nah, I do think it's better than every arc down here. You know what I'm saying? Skypiea definitely. I think it definitely clears that. I think Zoe and Punk Hazard are like the leader of the good tier. You know what I'm saying? Where's Punk Hazard? Right? The only clear leader of like the great tier is here. Any of the peak tier, you know, phenomenal. But yeah, honestly, well, I'm debating if I want to make one. I don't know, bro. I don't know. I don't know what I want to put around. Either way, this is gonna be the final listings. I post anime manga content 4 times a week: Sunday, Monday, Wednesday, Saturday. So if you're into that stuff, consider subscribing to the channel. Like this video if y'all liked it. Let me know what y'all favorite arc is in the comments below. And peace out.